final question. You heard probably over the weekend that Universal announced that they're going to be doing all productions in the ACES workflow within 2 years. What's your opinion on ACES and that sort of move? Can you comment on that?
Yeah, I actually knew about that. I was at the one of those meetings that you do with ACES people and all this stuff, and they pre-announced that a couple of months ago. I love the concept of ACES.
Yeah.
I really like the concept. What to me I don't like, they try to put in the final RRT distribution, they tend to do too much thinking. So the ACES has almost a look to it that either you embrace it or it's difficult to get out of it.
Really?
I find it a little bit locking. That it's great if that's what you want to do, absolutely.
But isn't ACES supposed to have that huge colour volume? You get into it with their input.
You have it.
Yeah.
The problem is the final pipe. When you go down to the RRT ODT,
But
transformation is locked.
It doesn't have to be locked, does it?
It's very difficult to change.
Okay.
It's very difficult to change. Well, if I have an artistic choice of a color transformation that doesn't particularly match anything existent, but it's what I want to do, I can still have the whole ACES EXR workflow and just strip the distribution part. I mean, I work with them a lot, and I keep telling them, you guys are doing a fantastic job, but then you're overthinking it.
Right.
Just simplify the back end. Don't try to make a look of what it should look like. Give the freedom to who is doing the creative part to do that. And I think there is still...
So you think
there is room for an ACES 2.0.
Yeah, so you think there's some evolution still to happen to ACES?
Yes.
But it is definitely on the right track.
Absolutely. I mean, I like the concept, all the idea of a unified color space, a long-term solution for archival. There's a lot of good stuff in it.
Yeah,
I just think the first turnaround, too many people tried to dictate what it should look like instead of let it be almost just a mathematical transformation and give the freedom to the actual people that create content. Aside from that, there is only my problem with ACES. I really like the concept. I mean, it's the right direction for archival for a lot of good reasons. Now, it takes a much more powerful machine.
Yeah, that's the thing. You do.
Too bad.
Yeah, so one thing with ACES that I've found some entry-level people is that you turn ACES on, you get another half a second delay in the reaction of the interface because there is a few more matrices that everything has to transfer through before it gets to the screen.
Yeah.
And some people don't like that, and I can understand that. You want fast as possible controls as possible, but every technology has a plus and minus, and it'll get better over time as computers get better, so it may not be an issue. But it's a very interesting topic, and it is definitely where we're going as an industry, trying to move away from snowflake type workflows where, the big thing about ACES to me is being able to, if you're in a production and there's a key man there that knows a certain part of the production and he gets hit by a car, filling that place, if it's a snowflake workflow, could be extremely difficult and something could go wrong. But if you've got a structure around a workflow which is well defined in the industry and there are other people who have 80% of the knowledge before they step in, you're in a much better position to mitigate the risk of those sort of things happening. And that's a big thing on these multi-million-dollar productions, that those things exist, and makes everything move smoothly. And there's those business side of going to ACES, which I feel a lot of the people in the industry seem to, well, that's because they're not that way inclined, they're creative, etc. That's something that's not so obvious to them. So
I like the idea of ACES also for indie production, because if you have a multi-million-dollar production, chances are that you have a color scientist or somebody that can build a pipeline for you if you need to. If you have an indie market and you literally have 5 cameras and you need to just shoot what the hell you want,
good point, yeah.
and it's much easier for them to uniform all your material in one color space. I mean, that's one of the very good strengths of ACES.
Yeah.
if you're doing, I don't know, just name any of the Marvel movie, they have plenty of people behind your back that do the stuff.
That's true.
It's easy for them, it make it easier for them, but it's not a huge leap forward. For an indie production that, oh my God, what do we do now? Well, just put it in ACES, it works.
That's right.
It doesn't do much thinking, it works.
Anyway, I'm very excited I love big science fiction films, so do a great job on the Independence Day. I'm very excited about that. Thank you very much, Walter, for the discussion.
Absolutely.
Very insightful. I know my viewers will love the sort of surfacing of this sort of information at the NAB coverage. So that's that. So that's James Gardner with Walter. What was your second name again? Walter
Volpatto.
Yeah.
It's an Italian name.
That's our coverage on high dynamic range and trying to get it out to the world. It's big. It's going to be as big, if not bigger, than standard definition to high definition. So get on board now and start learning your new art and your new tool set. Anyway, James Gardner, NAB 2016. Bye for now.